Hey YouTube, it's your girl Queen Trucker and I'm back with another video. So this video is going to be just me a sit down and a frequently asked questions video, because now, you know, your girl has hit over 100 subscribers. If you guys want to know how I feel about that, I did make a 100 subscriber video, so go ahead and check that out. Go watch my 100 subscriber video. Okay. Now that I've had over 100 subscribers, I've definitely had different DMs where people ask me different questions. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna add it all up and I'm gonna do the 12 most frequently asked questions from my subscribers. Watching my content, commenting, liking on my content, man, thank you so much to everybody who has done that. Now, without further ado, let's get into the 12 most frequently asked questions. If you guys want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, let's get into this video. Shout out Miss Nicole Lynn and Tito Ortiz. Thank you guys so much for coming in on my channel. If you want a shout out in this next video, don't forget to like this current video and comment hashtag Royal Trucking Fam. Number one is, and these are no in particular order from greatest to least, this is just number one most frequently asked question that I get asked from my subscribers is, when do you start getting paid after orientation? So everybody knows when you come to Prime, you do your 5-6 days of orientations, really 7-day orientation. Now you come with your CDL, so you don't have to test it out. So what I mean by clear is, if you got your CDL paper that you brought with you coming into Prime, you know, as of August the 29th, you do no longer test at Prime. You come and get you have your CDL before you come to Prime. You have to have your medical card in hand. You have to have passed all your physicals, all the physicals that you take if you're like flatbed. After you do all of those things, on that Thursday, you guys should know Mrs. V's gonna come up to the front of the class and she's gonna let everybody know what they still have pending, and the people who she say, you know, who she doesn't call their name, which means you guys are clear. You guys can go watch my orientation completion process video just to know all of the requirements that it causes for you to be complete. We'll have to take a picture, and that picture that you take, you will get a hard copy green badge like this. It says MasterCard. This is the green badge that you get from orientation. This is the badge that you're going to get paid on. Your orientation completion class, they are going to call your names and you should get your badge right then and there. Their badge has a number on it on the back of the card, where you, as soon as you get your badge, you call that number, you set up your PIN, your money should be on there automatically. So that Thursday that you get your badge, or that Friday that you get your badge, those are the days that you get paid. And every Thursday after 5 p.m. you can call that card and your money should be on there. You start getting paid as soon as you get your hard copy badge. As soon as you get your hard copy badge, call that number, set your PIN, look at eCash, your money should be on there. So number two, what is the pay for TNT? With the TNT pay, you have to do 50,000 miles off top. Now, I know back in the day they did 30,000 miles, but now coming in as a new student under Prime's new rules, all the new students come in and do 50,000 miles. Now, these 50,000 miles are not just you driving those 50,000 miles alone. It's you and your trainer, like, combined, like the truck's total miles with you and your trainer driving. Well, let's say if I drive 4,000 miles and my trainer has driven 4,000 miles, I have a total of 8,000 miles. That's how you can think about that. As far as the TNT pay goes, you will automatically get paid $700. Now, mind you, these $700 that you get paid, like once you get your CDL, once you get ready to go into TNT, as long as you're available to drive, which means you don't have home, you're not taking any home time, okay? If your trainer takes home time, you come back to the campus inn and you're sitting here, which means you're ready for dispatch at any time and you will still get paid. So if you go home, you will not get paid when you go home. Just throw it out there. The moment that you get your CDL and you get into TNT, you should be receiving $700 onto your card. Now, mind you, you will not have a green card. When you get officially into Prime, you will get a purple badge. It will not be green, it will be purple. And on that purple badge, Prime will load you your $700. Now, mind you, this is $700 before taxes. Now, you have to put into account how much money you spent off of your green card, because remember that it is in advance. So the $200 that you get from orientation, it is in advance. which means you will have to pay that money back. Prom will not take that money out in big chunks unless you advise them to. They will take it out in small payments until the money that you spent is paid back to prom. You might want to take that into account. You're doing your money, you might want to take that into account, that prom will take out the $200 that you did use from orientation, because that is an advance. Okay, it's an advance. It's $200 advance. Prom is advancing you the money to get you through the week of the 2 weeks of your PSD until you get your CDL. After that, you will get a purple badge and you will be start getting paid your $700 before taxes. Okay, this is while you're doing your 40,000 miles. Okay, now when you get into your last 10,000 miles, remember it's 50,000 miles total. When you get into your last 10,000 miles of those 50, which means you've completed your 40,000 miles. So once you complete your 40,000 miles and you're into your last 10,000 before you hit that 50,000 mile mark for your TMT, once you hit over that 40,000 miles, prom will pay you $800. So your pay will go up. Now, mind you, this $800 is before taxes, okay? So you might get paid a high 7 or a low, a high 6 or a low 7, but either way it goes, you will be getting paid $800 before taxes. So let me say that one more time, just so I can be clear. I hope I didn't confuse nobody. You begin your 40,000 miles, you will be getting paid $700 a week from prom. Once you finish your 40,000 miles and you begin to go into your last 10,000 for your 50,000 mile total run for TMT, those last 10,000 miles, you will be getting paid $800 from prom, and all of this is before taxes. Number 3, what apps I use to study to take my CDL test. Now, mind y'all, I took 2 CDL tests. Did I pass my Texas CDL exam, or did I pass my CDL permit? Those are 2 videos that I made separately about me taking my Texas CDL permit and my Missouri CDL permit. Now, if you're in the state of Missouri, I would suggest you use CDL Prep, because this app is really good for the CDL Missouri test, because I took both. I took that test. And if you're in the state of Texas, I would suggest you use CDL Prep for general knowledge, combination, and air brake, taking the Texas road requirements test, which you have to take before you take those 3 tests. I would suggest you use DMV Genie, and also study the manual, which is section 14. That way you can read through the manual. You can use DMV Genie to bounce off of and study. That way when you go take the test, you'll be prepared. Now, it's not 100% exactly like the app, so you will have to like read the manual, study the app, and then go back and forth like that as far as the Texas requirement road test goes. But for anybody else out there in any other states, I would definitely suggest you guys use those 2 apps, because those 2 apps are really, really good. Because whatever CDL Prep does not have on it for your state, DMV Genie is 100% guaranteed to have it on there. I won't say 100%, like 95% guaranteed to have it on there. So definitely. And number 4, what do I use to study for my pre-trip? Anybody who's in prom and they're finna get ready to go in out of orientation and get ready to go into PSD, they know straight up pre-trip is a big part of your PSD. It's truckersandtrucking.com, okay? If I'm saying it wrong, I'm gonna put it right here so you guys can read it, and it's also in my description below. You guys click on my description. I literally have a whole section that says what do I use to study for my pre-trip, and I have the link to the website right there so you guys can go straight to it. That website has every single picture of every single part. It tells you all the verbiage that you need to learn for your pre-trip, and also it tells you where the part is. It gives you pictures, it tells you the verbiage, and it also breaks it down into the sections for the engine compartment, for the fuel door, for the coupling, for the trailer, for the light. It does all of that. So if you guys need to study all of that, if you guys want a website to go look at, this is the website right here. Put the link down below in my description. And just to throw it out there, I am creating videos of my own, for pre-trip. So if you guys are doing pre-trip and you guys want to know some, hands-on looking at it, pictures, words, hearing the guy saying the verbiage, pointing to the parts, letting you know what is what, I do have those videos down below. I do have those videos in a organized playlist on my page. Just go to my page, scroll all the way down under uploads, and you will see my playlist, and it is the playlist labeled pre-trip. Next question, how many tests do you have to take for the CDL? Now, every state is different, because I know Texas is different. I know the regular tests that you have to take for your CDL are general knowledge, air brakes, combination, and tanker. Now, that's what prom would want you to take, is general knowledge, air brakes, combination, and tanker. So total, that is 4 tests. look into your state and do your research. This is another question that I've been getting a lot. Do you need a CDL permit before you come to Prime? Yes. When I first started back in August of 2019, the beginning of August 2019, August 19, 2019 to be exact, you did not have to have a CDL permit before you came to Prime. But while I was here, August 29th, 2019, Prime changed it and they decided to say you cannot come to Prime unless you have your CDL permits. I would suggest you guys look up CDL prep, DMV Genie, look into your state, see what tests you need to take, and get the study in before you call Prime, because that is a new requirement for Prime. Just to let anybody out there know, this is just what you have to do. Yes, you do have to get your CDL permit before you come to Prime. If you guys have any more questions about this, you can always call your recruiter, but you do need your CDL permit in your state before you call Prime. My next question that I get is for my queen. Will it take longer to get a female trainer? I also did another video about this. You know, it's down there. It's called I had to share my trainer with another student. If you guys want to see my experience with trying to get a female trainer, you can definitely go watch that video. I'm going to be pretty brief about it because I do have a video on it. Yes, if you come into Prime and you have a class, your orientation class has a lot of females in it, and you want to train with females in PSD, it will take you longer to get a female trainer, because in PSD, which is Prime Student Driver Training, there are not a lot of PSD female trainers, okay? You're gonna be paired with another trainer like I was, you know, go check out that video, or look up and probably get a female trainer. But you also have to understand this is a male dominant industry, which means there are more males out here than females, which means Prime has a limited amount of PSD trainers. Prime has more TMT trainers, which is trainers and trainee. Prime has more TMT female trainers than they do in Prime Student Driver Training, which is PSD training. This is a male dominant industry, so if you come here and you only have, I'm only one a female, I'm only gonna drive with a female, you know, you might be on the pad with another man or in another student, because you know, Prime doesn't have a lot of female PSD trainer. This is the fact. This is not me making this up. You know, like I said, I do have a video out on that. You know, go watch that video. Females, you know, don't come out here and feel like just because you can't train with a man, you know, you're only out here for 2 weeks on PSD. You will definitely find a female trainer for TNT. Just come out here and do what you need to do, get your CDL, and just move on. You know, I hate to say that to my queens because that was me, but I had to move on, because at the end of the day, I'm not here for my PSD trainer. You know, I'm here to get my CDL. So, and you definitely can get a female TNT trainer, so don't worry about that. It's just PSD. So that's just my advice. You want to see what I went through, you can go watch that video. Can you bring your car? I've definitely had a couple of people ask me that question, and the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can bring your personal vehicle to Prime Inc. during your orientation TNT PSD phase. Yes, you can. If you do bring your car, you know, make sure you have all your proper things, your tags, because they do tow, but make sure your car is in prime working condition. It's funny, prime working condition. You guys see what I did? Make sure your car is in working condition. Make sure you have all your tags, your insurance, and things of that nature, because if you do bring your car up here to Prime, they do have a student parking lot or a student parking section, I would say, not necessarily parking lot, a parking section where you can bring your car, you can park your car there, and they'll give you a sticker or a piece of paper that you can put in your car to let Prime towing services know that, you know, your authorized vehicle, you're supposed to be in the parking lot and you can park there. All you have to do when you come in, just let them know you have a personal vehicle during orientation. They will also mention this during orientation, but I'm just letting y'all know, yes, you can bring your personal car. So if you do decide not to take a Greyhound or do decide not to take a plane and you guys just want to drive up here, you know what I'm saying, you definitely can do that. Just make sure you have all your paperwork, so when you do come up here and you let them know that you did bring your personal vehicle, they would definitely give you the proper paperwork. That way you can park your vehicle on Prime's property. So just to let y'all know, yes, you can bring your car. Just know that when you do go on the road for TNT and when you do go on the road for PSD, your car is going to be sitting up here parked. So just letting you know. Another question that I got a lot, but I pretty much went over it when I went through the what is the TNT pay? What are the TNT miles? I'll reiterate one more time. It used to be 30,000 miles, and now the TNT miles is 50,000 miles, okay? For the new students coming in, you know, as of August 2019, the new TMT miles are 50,000. There is no more 30,000. It's only 50,000. And these 50,000 miles are combined miles between you and your trainer. So you yourself alone do not have to drive 50,000 miles, okay? It's whatever you drive and your trainer drive. For an example, if I drive 10,000 miles and my trainer is driving 10,000 miles, you put that together, you have a combined total of 20,000 miles towards your 50,000 miles to complete your TNT phase with Prime. So 50,000 miles. Does Prime hair follicle test? No, Prime does not. Okay, I'm not gonna display my past, but you know that is one of the reasons why I decided to come to Prime. It was because they didn't hair follicle test. I am not gonna cut my hair off. You know, it's gonna be a long time to get my hair this way, and I'm not cutting it off. So with that being said, no, Prime does not hair follicle test. You know, I'm not saying don't get yourself together, because you do need to get yourself together before you come to Prime. I'm gonna keep preaching that, because that's just what that is. Get yourself together before you come to Prime. Do not come to Prime if you know you're not clean. If you need to take those couple of months to get yourself together, you take those couple of months, but do not come to Prime if you're not clean. Okay. Prime does random drug tests. They will get you. I was here only for a month and a half, and I got random drug tested, and I was still in my PSD phase, and I also had got an alcohol mouth swab. So with that being said, get your shit together. Yes, Prime does drug test, but no, Prime does not hair follicle drug test. So do your research, get clean before you come to Prime. Do you get drug tested when you come here? If you guys seen my first video, you guys already know that I said I got drug tested before I came to Prime, and that tripped me out because I've seen absolutely no videos about people talking about you getting drug tested before you come to Prime. Do you get drug tested when you come to Prime, which means your first or second day of orientation when you first come here? Do you get drug tested off the bat? And the answer is no, you do not. They do not re-drug test you at Prime during orientation unless your pee comes up funny or they cannot read your reading during the home drug test you took. That is the only time that they will re-drug test you. Just because Prime doesn't test you as soon as you get here, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get tested at all. Okay, so just take my words, go watch my video if y'all want to see what getting random drug tested at Prime is like. Yes, you will eventually get tested, but you will not get tested your first week into orientation unless your unless your urine test that you took at home comes back invalid. Then that is the only time during orientation that they will re-drug test you. During orientation, they will re-drug test you. Let me slow it down. Orientation. That's the only time during orientation that you will not be re-drug tested, okay? But after orientation, when you get into PSD, they will random drug test you at any time. So just come down here and compare. I did say 12 questions. That was only 11. So I'm going to leave the last question up to you guys. So what is a question that I did not answer, or what is a question that you guys want me to answer for you, you know, that I did not have in this 12 question lineup? That question, I want y'all to put that down below in the comments, and I will answer all questions in the comments, okay? Every last question that you guys have, I will answer it in the comments. So go ahead and drop some questions below in the comments. I will answer. I answer all my comments. I try to come back to everybody who comments to me. Thank y'all so much for the subscribers. Like, I cannot stress how grateful I am for every person who clicked that subscribe button. Y'all mean a lot to me. Y'all give me reason to get out here and do what I need to do as a female trucker. You know, this industry is male dominant, and it is what it is, but y'all just give me hope and strength, and to get out here with all y'all encouraging words and everything that you guys say is so positive. Y'all really help me out. So thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to get me over that 100 subscriber mark. I'm gonna keep coming out here and putting out this content because y'all keep subscribing, y'all keep liking, y'all keep commenting. I'm loving all the love and the energy that I'm getting from y'all, so y'all keep doing what y'all doing. If this is your first time watching this video, please join the Royal Trucking family and subscribe. Hit that like button, comment, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Let's make this a conversation and not just me talking to a camera, okay? And with that being said, bye.